It all gets back to Jesus' prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he said, "Not my will, but thy will be done." If this cup can pass, Lord, I don't know if I want to go through this. But nevertheless, your will, not my will, be done. You know, we ask and we ask. Many times, it's good that God kind of screens our prayers, so to speak. Because there's been times when I thought I really had it figured out. At that point, you really know the answer to it. It's simple enough. God, here it is. Let it happen. And then it doesn't happen. And you wonder why. But then later on, you understand. What we consider a delay is the Lord merely working it out on His timetable. We are really oriented by time. We work by a clock. We look at the clock all the time. If the minister preaches too long, we look at our watch. Yes. We gear or a time-oriented society. But time is an earthly institution. God transcends time. The Bible even tells us that. God doesn't care about time. From a minute to a million years, it means absolutely nothing. Well, we think God is taking His time or delay. He's merely letting it fall into place. Just the right time. So, when we pray, how do we avoid what James is saying, to ask wrongly? Because when we pray, we need to be real serious about this. And say, Lord, I want whatever you want in my life. I want your perfect will. And that also requires patience. Because when you wait, then it'll happen the way it's supposed to happen. Don't put God on a timetable. Have you done that prayer? We've been praying for a day. We've been praying for a week. We've been praying for a month. You can't do that. Don't make the mistake. You ask and you do not receive because you ask wrong. You spend it on your passions. You see, sometimes we let our human desires get the way. But I'm glad for times that God did not answer my prayer the way I wanted. But I had to wait on God. And lastly, point 3 is simply this. We need to be aware of wrong attitudes. Attitude is everything. Because in verse 4, he goes on to call us, this is nice to make you feel good today, unfaithful creatures. Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Unfaithful creatures. What do we mean exactly by that? To me, it's looking at ourselves and the attitude we have. What is your attitude? Can you do an attitude check from time to time? It's something we all need to do. You know, it's easy to say, and I've done this, well, I'm not really a bad person. There's a lot of people worse than I am. Of course, you can always say there's only one person. I wonder who the worst person in the world is. Think about that. You can't ask that to them. Kids ask this question like, who's the worst person? I don't know. Are you looking at me, kid? What's going on? But if you think about it, it's easy to say, I'm a Christian, I do good deeds. Turn on the news and list all these atrocities. I don't do those things. And you know, I ride up 130, and I never think about robbing any stores. I don't want to rob a gas station. I don't want to rob a store. I don't want to do bad. I don't want to hurt people. I'm a good person. This morning I came out of the house and I saw somebody dropping a piece of lint, and I kicked it with my foot, and it was some kind of crawling thing, and I killed it.
Oh.
Yeah, some little caterpillar type thing. You may think that's stupid, but you know, I just say that I wish I hadn't done that. It's wrong. I think I'm a good person. Well, you can be a good person, but be careful that you don't start looking inward. And then beware of the idea that as a Christian, you are entitled. We live in a society today where a lot of people think they're entitled. I need this. I'm entitled to that. Well, folks, you have no entitlements. You can say, well, yeah, but I mean, I work hard. I should have this thing. When we weren't getting our house, what's going on here? I deserve this house. No, I don't deserve this house. I don't deserve deserve my car. I don't deserve anything I have. I don't deserve the money I have. We are camping on God's property, breathing God's air. We are tenants on this planet that God has provided. And we've got to remember that. 1 John 2:15 tells us, do not love the world or the things of the world. If anyone loves the world, love of the Father is not in him. And you know, if you think about it, it's easy to get so wrapped up, like I said earlier, in the things of the world. What is your attitude? Can you say this morning that truly God is number one? Why wouldn't you think that? Because sometimes we tend to think, well, I'm a Christian, God should bless me. I thought a long time ago, you said just give Jesus Christ your life and then everything would go smooth. Quite the opposite. Because the world is a place that tries to drag us back down. But attitude, and attitude goes another distance too. What is your attitude towards another person? We've all had that wonderful, I know you've had to do this, exchange something, take it back, like the Sears or someplace, and you get to there's a big lawn, which sort of makes me impatient.